A podcast full of mayhem awaits with Stav, Abby and Matt. And it's mayhem at Chemist Warehouse. Stock up and save now with the Chemist Warehouse half-price cosmetics sale. Stav, Abby and Matt.
Brisbane wakes up with Stav, Abby and Matt on B105.
Hey, podcasters.
Hey, podcasters, something faster in the studio. Where you
Train.
podcast ain't fair at all. Train.
Hey, Soul Sister is the tune that you were singing there.
Hey. Yes, indeed.
Hey, Soul Sister.
Hey, sister.
Ain't that Mr. on the radio, stereo,
That
the
thing
way you
do
move.
ain't fair, you know.
Hey, Soul Sister, I don't want to miss a single thing about you.
Tonight.
Train and Maroon 5 are very similar bands.
Now you think?
Oh, no, I used to think Snow Patrol and Train.
Oh, you reckon?
Maroon 5's not really.
I suppose-
Maroon 5 goes specific.
Yeah. Train did get a bit more popular. Drops of Jupiter is one of the all-time bangers.
Yeah,
Great.
from Train.
Massive, yep. Did they do the City of Angels one too? Yes.
Yeah, they were good. Not a lot of bands anymore, is
Nope.
there? There's artists like single singers or like DJ remixes and stuff, but there's no new like full
No.
5-piece bands, guitars,
Yeah.
etc. So, you know, you get tossed a guitarist every so often from a famous band to chat to that no one knows, but because they're part of the Foo Fighters, you go, sure, we'll chat to them.
There's a lot of bands out there going, thanks. There is. There's just not really.
Not popular ones.
They're not popular at the moment,
That's what I'm
making
saying.
mainstream. Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's not.
Yeah.
It's not the cycle of music
The
we're in at the
cycle of
moment.
music, gosh, it was very interesting.
The cycle.
We had to have someone come in and talk to us at a previous radio station about the cycle of music, and I was like, this is so boring. And then I was like, oh my God, that was actually really interesting. Talking about how it will be a real one of the younger kids,
Yeah.
which was like Justin Bieber, and then it will go through to, the real pop songs.
Because you know what was launching
Lady Gaga, then
at
it will go
that
to
time?
country, then it will go, yeah.
What caused Justin Bieber and
YouTube.
all of those? Correct. YouTube
Oh,
is
give
just
me more
starting to kick off.
Yeah.
Hopefully Rock will make a comeback.
Yeah, it might.
We need another Nirvana or Pearl Jam.
I was listening to Nirvana
I
on the
don't
weekend.
think it will sound like that, though.
No,
It'll be
it
different.
won't. I think because of the technology would have ruined a lot of that.
Which album were you listening to?
No, just best of.
Nirvana.
Yeah.
I love that about Spotify, how you can just load up an artist and it'll give you all the
Yeah,
bangers.
do the bangers.
Yeah.
The reason I was doing it is because when I went to the disco club, we had Nirvana in there.
They played Nirvana at the disco club?
Yeah.
Smells Like Teen Spirit?
Yeah. Was it Teen Like Spirit? Yeah.
Yeah. Down, down, ding, 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 ding,
And that's when I think I was banging my head a bit too much and hurt my neck, but I didn't want to bring that up.
There's a really cool interview if you want to listen to it, and it is Dave Grohl talking with Pharrell Williams. And they're discussing, you know, producing music, etc. And then they get back to like the Nirvana days, and Pharrell's like, "You're like one of the best drummers," and Dave's like, "I'm a terrible drummer." He goes, "What do you mean? Like that riff on Smells Like Teen Spirit was just perfect, and you know, it's a rock song." And he says to Pharrell, he goes, "That is the beat from a disco song."
Yeah, right.
So growing up, he listened to a lot of disco music.
Yeah.
He did name the song, and I can't remember it. He goes, "If you listen to this this particular disco song, it's the same. That is actually a disco beat, and he just worked it into rock music, and they're exactly the same."
Yeah, right.
And you go, "Oh,
See?
quite
he liked
clever.
disco. He was waiting for rock to come back.
Yeah. Here's one for you. You know, Guns N' Roses, when they sing, "Where do we go now? Where do we go now?" That's because they were writing the song and they got to that part, the bridge in the song, and Axl was on the microphone, didn't know where they were going from there,
Right.
song-wise, and they kept
And there it is. That stuff happens, hey?
It does.
So good.
They were great.
I've read Dave Grohl's biography as well.
Yeah,
I lie. I've read the first half of it.
right.
What was the reason they did Foo Fighters? Remember, he didn't think it was going to be big and he just gave?
Fighters, well, it was
Well,
just him. Yeah.
So he lied to his record
Yeah,
label.
but what was the reason he gave it? Remember, he's like, if I knew it was going to be big, I never would have gone with the name Foo Fighters.
Yeah, there is a story
Like
behind
there was
that.
some sort of quick name of it and then just went, oh no.
UFOs.
Anyone want to hear Jessica Simpson performing for the first time in 15 years?
I didn't even want to hear it performing the first time.
I think that is a yes. Let me wait through the ad, Stav, and
Is
I will
the song?
surprise
You
you.
should really like her. She's a big fan of Platymer Pusses.
You're out of reasons to explain what went wrong.
Not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Trying to go country.
Need a story to stick to.
That worked for Beyonce.
She's very southern as it is anyway.
Yeah, well, she is. Isn't
You can find the strength to take.
Nah, people didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm pleasantly surprised.
Your reputation.
What was that show she was on with Nick Lachey?
The Newlyweds.
Newlyweds, yeah.
The Chicken of the Sea.
Chicken of the Sea. Platypus.
Is that Nick Lachey?
Officer, I don't mind to say.
Oh, I think she's done like a remix thing. Like she's done a few.
Now you're right there. Well, I thought you'd be
It's because she's on American Idol, so I think she's singing with one of
I
the.
wonder if she's going to win.
Good Charlotte performed on American Idol the other day too.
Good Charlotte.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
What was their song?
they had a couple of songs.
That's right. Yeah. No, I hadn't heard the name for
Rich
so
and the
long.
Famous?
I forgot who it was. Yeah. The
Lost
Madness.
stars of the rich
You
and the
forget
famous.
Good Charlotte.
Maybe I tried to.
You would have interviewed them as many times as I
We
would
did,
have.
we
6,000?
did.
times.
But the most embarrassing one was it was horrendous. We
The
went.
opposite of tremendous.
We went to which was a big like launch for it for their music artists, like music, and we're like, cool, they're going to perform, and instead they did what I just did, which was play from the phone their songs into a microphone, and we had to listen to it in a public forum.
They had a stereo system.
No, he didn't. He held it up.
No, he had a little player.
But no, he held it up like a little cassette because I remember him stopping it midway through the song to talk about it. And I was like, oh, we're going there. And then at that point I realised I was located at the wrong area, which was near the bar where I should have been near the door.
No,
That was the Betty. You remember that song about Betty?
Black Betty.
No, someone mentioned Betty in it. I can't remember how it goes. Good Charlotte song about Betty.
Betty. Well, I've got some of their. They had some great songs. I loved them.
Yeah.
Wasn't any of that.
Might have been the anthem. Is that the anthem? Wanna be just like you.
Betty's the anthem.
All your hands up, yeah.
No, can you actually do, can you put in Actual Pain
Actual pain.
of Good Charlotte?
I don't know.
No, you can't because we didn't play it. Did we? And then Shadow Boxer?
I don't remember the actual.
No, that's the one that we remember. And we sat there and we listened to them.
This was it like one of their last albums?
Yep.
No, we don't have Shadow Boxer.
No, it was in 2018 and we sat there and listened to it.
You know what? This style of music is bringing up an era for me, and I bet you guys will. Everyone knows this song, but remember this one?
I've been watching, I've been waiting.
This got slammed on the radio.
I loved it. Who was
It's a great
it?
song. The Rasmus. In the Shadows. Only song they had. See, none of this ran anymore.
No.
That's right. It was not Good Charlotte, remember? They went out on their own.
Ah.
So it was the Madam Brothers. That's
Madam
why we listened
Brothers.
to them, yeah. That was their
That's
album.
right.
And that's when they wanted to get us to listen to the album. It wasn't bad, but it was just a weird way of doing it.
All right. Just let's. I'm
Dear
see-
Jane, I think.
Right. I'm looking for. Do you remember the Galvatrons? No, we don't have them.
Good
Did
Transformer.
you guys ever hear of Midnight Oil? Righto. I think we've probably played too much music that our licensing allows in a podcast, but whatevs. Here is today's podcast.
I'm a bit nervous about tennis today
Why?
because I had a lesson by a lovely Indonesian coach whose English was probably the same level of my tennis.
Okay.
So when he was
Impeccable.
impeccable. So when he was teaching me, I had like one of those free lessons that was at the hotel. and he was teaching me, but if I didn't follow him, he'd go, naughty Abby, naughty Abby. And I was like, this is ridiculous. But I feel like, one of the other
If you did well, did he say, good girl?
Yeah, but one of the other hotel
Comes off and talks to his mates. I reckon she's getting better.
she walked up and she's like, oh, geez, I heard that. I was like, maybe I should join because it was like, whack, whack, naughty Abby, naughty Abby. I was like, I'm trying.
She just joined us. Abby's talking about Scotty.
No, so I felt like, I don't know, it was a good lesson where I felt like I really wanted to learn, but then I haven't done anything for like 4 weeks.
Okay.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, you need to motivate, Maddie.
I've been trying to teach you, and it took a man with broken English to get you anywhere.
Yeah.
I reckon.
He was also very fit. Not that you are, but you're not. What I'm saying is don't you start giving any...
I'll just start yelling naughty Abby.
Yeah. And then you can respond with, thanks, Granddaddy. Naughty Abby, thanks, Granddaddy. Naughty Abby, thanks, Granddaddy.
Good girl.
And just like that,
going
that's
on
when
over
we
there?
quit tennis. You want to come? We really... Would you like to join us for tennis one day? You know I would like that.
I don't
Enjoy
like
tennis.
I don't like tennis.
Why don't
Yes.
you like it? You were telling us the other week how you went to the Brisbane Open and you had such a great
That's
time
because
there.
it's free alcohol.
Bing,
Oh,
bing, bing, bing.
right.
I just find it frustrating.
It is frustrating. That's the whole reason. It's the same as golf.
No,
Yeah.
No, I don't like it. Don't like it. And I always feel bad for the poor person down the other end running back and forth. The guy in the centre is going,
Why can't you hit it to me? Is
Exactly.
it- yeah. We're not at that stage. We just try to rally.
Yeah.
So when you're rallying,
Yeah. Totem, I'm there for that.
What's totem? Is that
It's
the
when
one
it's
where
on
it
a
comes
string.
comes back around?
like a kid's thing.
God, that was just such a childhood memory, wasn't it? With that hard plastic,
Yes.
Yes.
yellow bat.
Every kid with no friend's friend.
Funk.
We had that, and we had a clothesline, what's it called?
Hills hoist.
Hills
Hills
hoist.
hoist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic. We spent hours and hours playing on that.
Swinging around, hanging off it.
Yes, and then it broke, and we all just
Yeah.
ran away.
We had friends who were stupid, but great for us, but I don't know what they were thinking. Their Hills hoist hung over the pool. So you could
Oh my God,
swing
how
on it and swing
legendary.
into the pool. Yeah, it didn't last long. Fell off into
Yeah.
the pool, but it's just a
And then
bad
we used
design.
to do you put when we were older, put the cast
Yes.
line up there.
This is how we got
Goon
to
of
the goon,
Fortune.
the goon raft.
Yeah.
It was a chat
Did you
of
guys
all
play that?
Goon of Fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kicked that off in about grade 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Formula of Fortune.
Oh, North Queensland.
There
How
you
good.
go in Gladstone.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got a family of 5 by the time you're in grade 7. You know,
Yeah. Yep.
That's why you're a granddad at 35.
you got it.
Accelerated learning, they like to call it.
Do they?
Stav, Abby, and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Tomorrow, we are going to be sitting down and having a chat with Reece Walsh here on the show. Lovely fella.
He was so nice.
Such a
I know
nice
that's
guy.
like one of those things to say, but we there were so many children at the hospital that had been so pleased to be able to meet him, and they were really wanting to. So we were able to organise that. And I
Yeah.
know that it sounds really silly, but you could have said no.
Yeah.
No, he was keen as to get over there and chat. So we'd speak with him, and then we got the kids to interview him as well over there.
I'm so excited to hear the professionals, and I'm talking about the kids from Juiced TV, because they interviewed him after, and Indy Rose.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's like, she was talking about her questions. And then after, she's like, I do have another one. And I was like, oh, can you tell me what it is? And she's like, yes, I can. And I was like, oh, that is the best question I've ever heard. And I said, and she says, and it can even lead to something after. So she's going to wait for his response. And then it could lead
I think
to
you
something.
can tell everyone what it was.
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay. She wanted to say, are you single?
Yeah.
And then she pauses. And if he says yes, she's like, great, I need you to meet my amazing nurse.
Greg.
And she's done all the ages. She's like, he's 22, my nurse is 24. That's not much difference.
nurse-
She's gorgeous.
Told her to do that.
You reckon?
No, I
Yes.
think Indy had done it.
Oh, you're
Because-
meeting Reece Walsh. Oh, I'd love to Let him know that I'm single.
Well, apparently they talk about him quite a bit, and a lot of the kids love him up in the wards. Playing football, and he's such an idol.
My daughter lost her mind when I told her that I was interviewing him.
Yeah,
and then I showed her the photo yesterday. She's like, "Why would you show me that?"
He was honestly such. I say like a nice kid. He's 22, but he's a very genuine person.
We talked to him about everything. We talk football. We talk about family. We talk about him becoming a dad for the first time. And it dawned on me when we were chatting, and he was like, he became a dad at 18, right? And he said, "Yeah, like I'm 22 now." And then I went, "You are a year younger than my eldest son."
Yeah.
Which is just crazy when you start breaking down ages like that. But
especially with what he's done with his life.
Exactly, Stuart. Exactly. You know?
You've got free tickets.
I'm not getting a corporate box at the Origin.
No, you're getting your leftovers eaten. That's what
exactly.
You're getting.
But no, we had a great chat. We did talk to him about Paddy and the clip to the lip that he got. So he was at the game, obviously, wasn't playing because he's injured, but he showed us the most horrific photo of Paddy. And this is what happened in the sheds because they're really close mates. This is what happened in the sheds after.
Pat Carrigan, we were actually really concerned about him. I mean, I did look at a photo that he posted, and he's got a plastic surgeon coming to have a look at it. Have you spoken to him?
Back in my day, I would have just stapled it, to be honest.
Getting a lot of that.
No, he's a tough boy. I've got actually pretty gruesome photo, actually. So I went to wipe his chin. I said, "Buzz, you got a bit of blood here," and he goes, "No."
He looked a bit dazed, obviously, when he was, shaking everyone's hand. He's walking off. You could
bit soft, I reckon.
Have you spoken to the plastic surgeon? What has he said?
I think he'll be all right.
So he did a full tour of the hospital ward as well yesterday. Spent a lot of time there with the kids, so they had a great time. So good on him for that. You'll hear our full chat with Reece tomorrow, B105.
Stav, Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Scotty and I started something when we came back from holidays, probably because we enjoyed a few too many drinks. And it was one of those decisions that you make after too many drinks and go, you know what? Let's have a rest from drinking. And I've tried this so many times.
Was that on the plane on the way back from Bali?
There was a lovely, lovely flight attendant, and I said to him, "We're not drinking." And I said, "Well, you know what? Like maybe it will stop after the flight."
Solid idea.
And he was really able to help me out with that logic. So yes, it was as soon as we touched down back in Brisbane. But it started as a thing of saving money. To be honest, we were finding that we were drinking too much, as a bit of stress as opposed to treating ourselves as a celebration. And I was like, I don't want to show the kids that we're opening a bottle of wine because we're stressed during the week. We have to learn to deal with it in other ways.
I mean, they could stop stressing you out, but that's never going to happen.
That was an option. No, we've been saving so much money, and the problem is that we're shocking enablers for each other.
Right.
So we were like, let's do this together. And we were like, let's do Hard 75, that fitness program. And then we realised, let's not do any of the other program.
What's it, 2 45-minute workouts a day?
Yeah, which is really hard. And read 10 pages of a book, take a profile photo, take a progress photo every week.
And you're
every
meant
day.
to post them. The idea is
Are you?
Well, I think it's because then
Hold
you're
you accountable.
putting it out to the world that you're doing it. So
we wanted to do it for discipline. Because we're like, we've got so many other things that we want to do at the moment. Let's do that as opposed to, we're finished kids' sports on a Saturday. Let's enjoy. I am so impressed with Scott because I didn't think he'd be able to do it. And now it's been almost 4 weeks. And
he lives with you.
I know. I don't know how he's dealing with his stress. The other day on a Saturday morning, he got out of bed before me. And I was like, where has he gone? He took Zeus for a run.
Wow.
Whoa.
Bloody hell. Good on him.
I know. I was so impressed. And I was like, babe, he's looking so great. And this is where I was like, he's looking so great. But one thing that really annoyed me, we've done this the same, right? And he knows and is quite open that he was getting a real beer gut. So he hasn't drunken for 4 weeks. It's gone.
Yeah.
In 4 weeks.
Yeah.
That's really unfair.
You got to
and
work
I blame
on keeping those things.
Yeah, you do. What would you say? If I stop drinking, probably lose 5 kilos in 2 weeks?
No, I haven't got any of the health benefits.
Well,
His
you
skin's
do.
looking really good. I know, probably I do, but we didn't do it for health reasons. We did it for other reasons. And then I was looking and I was like, oh my gosh, that's really not fair. And then he's like, I might just, have a few soft drinks now. I'm like, oh yeah, go for it because You can afford to.
It's not his fault.
I know it's not his fault, but it's just unfair, and it's to do with like testosterone and muscle and all that. But it is really annoying when you do a health kick together and then guys just go shoo, and you're like, okay, cool.
Esther got annoyed at me when I did the Kokoda Trail because I obviously trained for that.
Yeah.
And then I walked for 10 days.
You walk for 10 days. She runs every day.
Yeah. And then I came back and she was like, I hate you.
I'm really happy for you. You look great.
She wasn't.
No, they never are they?
She was not happy at all.
No.
You know what she's actually started doing? She told me after. What? She started doubling my pasta at dinner. She was like, she would said, I've served you on purpose and I give you extra rice and pasta.
That's so mean. It's not like I put butter in his.
So I said to Kat, because I've known for a while, I've dipped out on my cardio because I don't like it. I'm like, I just got to throw in like 10 minutes of cardio onto my routine and I'll shred. And she's like, go screw yourself.
My parents go to different gyms.
Yeah.
Because they don't like to train together because my dad will start a health kick and he'll just do so well. And then he'll get compliments. So that's why they go to different gyms.
Kat and I go to the same Fernwood. We don't. No.
Did she get a discount when she joined after you? It's not fair.
It's just genetics, isn't it?
I think it is testosterone. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Like women are designed to hold on to fat for longer.
Yeah.
But there's lots of different things where
even
it's
if we
not
don't want
fair.
it. Yeah.
And that's, like, men get grey hair. Like, you think George Clooney and all
he's
that.
so distinguished.
Yeah.
He's got salt and pepper. Look at him. He looks really hot.
Yeah, and it's not fair. If girls grow their greys, it's like, oh, why is she growing a grey?
Yeah. Well, you look great without makeup, and then you wear no makeup. And they go, oh, my God. Are you all right? You look tired. Oh, bugger off. You're getting ready in the morning as well.
This is all things that you put on yourself, though.
We don't. I didn't. If everyone made, hand on the heart, all right, girls, let's all give up makeup together. Great. If we all did it. I didn't do it. It's society, and I just joined because I'm not strong enough to go against it. Sorry.
Pamela Anderson's done it.
Yes, and then everyone goes, oh, look at her. She's wearing no makeup. That's great. Doesn't look as good, though. I think she does. But, when you just go, yeah, it becomes a statement.
13, 10, 60. What's not fair?
What's not fair?
Between men and women. Ladies, you want to call up and tell us what's not fair?
We probably don't have time to do this, actually.
We can take some more calls tomorrow. We'll just get their numbers.
Can
and
men
then
call too?
We gotta. Yeah, men can call if they.
What's not fair for you?
Multiple orgasms.
You've been waiting on that for a while, haven't you?
Just the one.
But
often
we're guaranteed.
For your issues.
Yeah.
What's that?
Actually, you know what's not fair? Sometimes you get to an age where you got to pump it up.
Is that an issue for you now?
No, but it's coming.
You borrow mine.
Oh my God.
It's too big.
You know what's not fair? Men supporting each other. And I feel like sometimes girls just don't do it the same.
Shouldn't do that.
You know? Oh, mate, you're amazing. Yeah, you're amazing.
That's amazing. It's like the old foot pump for the blow-up mattress.
Yeah. How does that work?
I don't know. Just got heaps
Oh,
of
now you're pretending you don't know?
heaps
How
of
does that
emails. All of my Hotmail. Remember when Hotmail was? That's all they were trying to say.
Yeah.
13, 10, 60. What's not fair between men and women? We will have a very mature conversation.
Will you?
Next.
Now they've got it all out.
All right, give us a call here at B105.
Stav, Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
It's not fair.
I am super happy for hubby, but we both started this no drinking together, and it was for saving money, but I was like, health benefits? He's looking amazing. 4 weeks not drinking, changing nothing else in his diet. In fact, probably adding more junk food into it. And he's lost his beer gut. Like that. Mm-hmm. My beer gut's still there. It's just different hormones, Testosterone must be amazing. Must make you guys very happy all the time. You just don't, you know what? You have even the whole month.
Well, it depends how much men have.
No, but you
varying
still have
degrees of
even the whole month.
testosterone.
No, even the whole month. How good's that? Must be good.
It's great. You should try it sometime.
I can't. It's not fair.
We're also quite simple. No, I was going to say we're simple to please as well.
Yes.
A lot of our problems can be fixed. very easily.
13, 10, 60, what is not fair?
Hello, Emma.
It's not fair that women go through pregnancy, childbirth, breastfeeding, all those huge changes to their body, and yet the dad bod is the one that's socially acceptable.
Oh, yes. Oh, isn't it cool? He's got a dad bod. Look at him. He's so relaxed. Oh, really? I relaxed during pregnancy. A whole jar of Milo. No one congratulated me.
Yeah.
I did.
To be fair, we did.
Yeah. That's a good point,
Yes.
Emma. It's a very good point.
Well, but
Let's rock the mum bod.
would you like us to say mum bod, though? I just don't know that you would like that.
Well, I want you to say it's amazing and sexy.
After
The-
pregnancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
Thin ice.
What's what I mean? Thank you for calling, Emma.
Thank you, Emma.
Vish and Stafford Heights. What's not fair?
Fish?
Yes, hi.
Hey, did we get your name right?
Yeah, almost.
All right, almost. What's not fair?
I'm a doctor, and when I walk in to see patients in emergency, they often assume I'm a nurse.
Oh,
I'm a female.
Oh, right.
That is not fair.
that's not fair.
Yeah.
What's your response?
I tell them, no, I'm the doctor.
Yeah,
And
right.
Now I'm going to
Even
take
in
your temperature.
surgery, same thing.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. You're like, just let me get the male nurse.
Yeah.
Good on you, Vish.
That's not fair. Carly and Griffin, what's not fair?
It's not fair, like when my partner goes out, spoils himself and gets praised for it kind of thing. And then when I go out, it's like a big deal. Like that I wanted to get my nails done, stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's gone out and spent money. It's like good for him. He's worked hard. You do a shopping spree. It's like, spending too much money.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
That's not fair.
No.
No.
He shouldn't have to cop that.
Stop. Do you know what I always thought was not fair? And I do have to admit, you know where I'm going with this,
I
and
don't.
it stopped a little bit, which
Yep.
is like, I'm babysitting this weekend, and everyone goes, oh, isn't he a wonderful dad? He's babysitting. No, he's not. It's his kids.
I can raise you that one, though. It's also not fair on the opposite side when you take your kid to the park when you are babysitting and people think you're a deadbeat dad and this is your weekend with them.
But you just said babysitting. You mean when you're looking after your kid?
I did that for that reaction, but win.
People usually think that, though, because you take the bag and they ask you for their water bottle and hat, and you're like, I don't know, where are they kept?
Also, I'm hitting on them.
Worse than Maybe that's the thing. And look at me. I'm so good at babysitting.
Yeah.
What do you think, ladies? Where is your kid, Stav? Oh, damn.
You're at the park and there's a lady who brought sunscreen. You go,
can I
do you
tell
mind
you-
if I have a squirt of that?
Have you done that?
Yeah,
of course I have.
100%.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy your own.
I
And
would rather.
you know what? You probably get, oh, that's so good, yeah.
I would rather her judgment than be in trouble with a sunburnt kid at home.
Yeah.
There's always something that I
Do
forget.
you know what's not fair? How many dads are on the emergency contact?
We are, but we're always the second one. Our names get put there. We're the token one that they're like.
We'll get to him eventually. He'll find out eventually.
If the first one can't be reached, we'll get the dad, and hopefully he will know where she is.
Hello, Lachlan.
Hello. I think it's the dating game. Women have it easier online, Tinder, and at the bar. I just think it's like harder for a guy to approach a woman than it is for a girl to just go up to a guy.
Truth,
Maybe
brother.
in the dating world. Do you get a new outfit when you go dating every time?
Yeah, definitely. Get the suit, get the tie.
Yeah.
You are such a liar, Locke.
Yeah. I was saying, Lachlan, if you're like every other guy, you've got your good shirt and then your other shirt. So you would have your good going out shirt that you make sure you rock when you're on the prowl.
Yeah, definitely. I have the suit, I have the tie ready. I'm ready to rock and roll.
And
Get on the floor.
if you're like any guy, it would be like, this was my lucky shirt last time.
Yeah. I don't even wash it anymore.
Good on you, Lucky.
Stav, Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Fridayz Live.
Yeah. It's back, baby.
It's back.
Yeah.
And it's always a big party for us. We love getting together with everyone and just being able to run amok, I guess we could say. We've had a lot of memories. Had a lot of chats, a lot of DMs. And we are so excited that it's back, like you said, Stav. And we can actually say that there's going to be a lineup that's epic, and we can't tell you that until Thursday morning, and it is going to be at the Brisbane Showgrounds, but we can tell you the date. So, to write it in your calendar is Friday the 17th of October. Are you busy?
Oh, no, I'm going to have to check that now. I'll clear the schedule. Actually, no, I do have a dentist appointment on that day, but I think I might have to cancel it now.
Nah, what do they do?
For real?
It's just my 6 monthly catch up.
Yes, yeah, when they're like, we'll book it in now, and you're like, yep, I don't think I'm doing anything on that date.
Yeah.
Yep, that
Not
seems
ripping anything out. You can go.
No, he's not going to do it. But I always get obsessed with dates. I do, because if it's not on the calendar, it's not.
Doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen. And that's one thing that my husband and I always try and do is just get in the calendar first. Mm-hmm. So it's always that like sneaky thing of like, wait a minute, no. When did you put that on the calendar? You can't just put it in an hour before the event because I've got this in first. So I have written this one on the calendar already, and I embarrassingly had to move surgery date.
No.
Because I finally booked in to have breast reduction because I've talked about it for like so many years. It's been pathetic.
Right.
And I've tried to work it around like recovery time, and I had it in for September, and it's hard to work around surgeon holidays.
That's true.
I mean, rightly so. They work hard. They deserve to go on holidays, but they can't do it in December when we're off.
What's your plan then? Is it to do it weeks and weeks before so you got your new boobs for R&B Fridays?
Great question,
or
Matthew.
Do it
this
after?
is what I thought about.
Because then you could get a whole new top and premiere the girls.
No, it wouldn't be about that. But it is all about the dancing, and that's what I thought about. I was like, well,
R&B
great.
Fridays.
I thought, well, let's count back because how long? And I did DM a lot of the people that listen to the show that had said that they've got one, and I was like, hey, how early could you exercise, i.e. dance?
Yes.
And they're like,
TikTok.
supposedly 6 weeks, but it still took a little bit longer. So I was like, all right, so I can't do that. So I have to do it after.
No
Okay.
new boobs at R&B.
It's not about that. It's about
Not about
just,
that.
you know.
Well, it is about them.
Well, it
being
is
new.
about it, but just
And
don't
about
focus
us.
on that. Yeah. No, neck issues and all that.
Yeah,
And I'm
back issues.
I've wanted it since I was 12,
Yeah.
so I'm so excited. But
Can
then
they
I
put
was,
some of the junk that they take out of the front and put it in the trunk? If you wanted that.
I like to say there's no dumb questions.
I reckon they do that.
But occasionally a dumb question does sneak through. Yeah, they do fat transfer if that's what you're
Right.
talking about. But I think a Brazilian butt lift is really quite dangerous.
And they put something in.
Yeah, I think they put implants
I
as
think they do
opposed
too.
to
Just the fatty fat.
Yeah, and then there was always the rumours of the Kardashians had that, and they're like, no, we're just naturally like that. But I'm not going to get fat transfer.
Right.
I want to take it out. I
Yeah,
don't want
get
to
rid
put
of it.
any.
Don't want to put it back in. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Let it
But
go.
thanks for the suggestion. Yeah, but then also, I don't know how long, when you go to a doctor and they're like, when's the last time you had alcohol, and you lie. I don't think this is one that I want to lie about.
Oh, yes.
Like,
So definitely
anesthetic-
don't do it on the Saturday after then.
No, but I was going to do it on the Monday.
Yeah, how long
I don't know.
do you have to not drink before
I'm going to do it.
surgery?
I'm going to do it a week after. I don't know. Of course, I just went to Google, and they're like, it's really advised. Some people would advise you not to drink 2 weeks before. And I went, well, those people are not my people.
No.
You got to Google till you find the right people.
Yes.
Always. Yeah.
Always. When you had your nose surgery? You had.
Yeah.
Did you get restrictions about?
Not that they told me or I listened. I don't think so.
Because you don't want to lie about that. And your nose job looks great, by the way.
Thank you. No, I don't
Your
like
boob job
doctors.
really made it even better.
Put some in the trunk.
Stav, Abby, and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Now, it is only May, but the Trump administration continues to find new and intriguing ways to surprise us. Pretty much daily, almost hourly, he'll say something that everyone goes, what?
Well, that's because you're following him because you're a big fan.
Yeah, well, he is...
No, they enemy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he was asked if he is supposed to hold up the Constitution of America. He said, I don't know. Which, it's kind of basic. But this new one is up there with ideas. Someone has pitched something to the Department of Homeland Security, and it might become a reality. This is the news report on what it could be.
Could winning a game show be the path to U.S. citizenship? Multiple reports say the Trump administration is considering a reality TV game show where migrants would compete for U.S. citizenship.
Now, it's hard to defend him, but in his defense, didn't we bring in a quiz in Australia where you had to pass a certain amount of things?
No, we called it a questionnaire.
And you needed to know stuff about Australia in order to get your citizenship?
And then that was deemed unfair, so abolished.
So we got rid of it.
We got into a lot of
Asking
trouble.
things like history and
Yeah.
It was like, oh, you know what? You know, in hindsight, you don't have to like Australia.
So people cracked it because we wanted them to know the history of the country that they were about to join.
Yes.
But isn't the history of our country the thing that we're trying to bring us all together with?
Nope. Well, because it was all debating about, I guess, what topics you would then have to have in it as well. But I don't know if they still need to do a questionnaire.
I thought you were talking about our segment, Dearly Deported, where we deported you if you didn't know enough about your family members.
So you're basically Trump. Because I wasn't here for that.
I was Trump before Trump was Trump.
Oh, so that's why you're jealous.
But
He's always ahead of the curve.
I am. It comes from the guy, it's a very reliable source who's behind the show. It comes from the guy who created Duck Dynasty, which is one of Trump's favourite shows. Here's him defending the game show.
Everybody on our show is going to be a future American. Sometimes you have to wait like 2 years to get somebody to just look at your file. I'm offering the chance to skip to the front of the line. It's not the Hunger Games that's trying to deport people. It's exactly the opposite of that. I want everybody to understand the process. By the way, most Americans can't pass a basic civics test.
Is it not the Hunger Games? Kind of feels a bit Hunger
Well, it is.
Gamey.
I didn't realise that citizenship test is actually still around.
Yeah.
By the way, it's 20 multiple choice questions.
Oh, we do have one?
Yeah. I love multiple choice.
I'm not confident I'd pass it.
I'm going to download it for you.
We'll do it.
So what are they calling this citizen at first sight? What are they doing?
I thought they might call it Migrate at First Sight. A few other titles, they could call it I'm a Refugee, Let Me Into Here. The Real Housewives of Guantanamo Bay.
Yes, solid, yeah.
Or there is already one out there, Big Brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Interesting. I reckon they'll do it.
They probably will.
Americans.
They probably will. It's an interesting, but he's kicking more out than he's letting in, though. So,
well, he's making room for his show. What's he kicking?
Plenty of room for plenty of seasons.
Stav, Abby, and Matt for breakfast. B105.
I've got a request for other dads out there, please, because I've noticed that they do something that is slightly annoying, and it has changed. Raising a child evolves with the child. So the problems you face with a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old are much different to the problems that you will be facing with teenagers or elder children.
Don't you always think it's going to be easier? And it's never easier. It's just
think it's
different.
going to be different.
Yeah.
They say little people, little problems, big people, big problems.
More money, no problems. Is that how that goes?
More money, more problems.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
As a rich boy, he gets annoyed with that.
I got 99 problems.
But cash ain't one.
When they're younger, it's a bit more about safety. So when they have sleepovers or anything, or even like when they go on play dates, you get a lot of information. You get like phone numbers, addresses, times and dates of when you want to pick up and all that kind of thing. But we're in the teenage years almost
Which are
now.
not called play dates anymore.
No, you're not allowed to call them that.
No way. So what do you say now?
Just hanging out.
You're going to hang with your posse?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, okay.
Oh, you're about to hit gathos. Remember gathos when it's not a party, but it's not just like a normal little catch up. It'd be like the halfway between.
We still used to call them
gathos.
shindigs.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
We call them gathos.
Gathos,
Yeah,
did you?
just a gathering, not a party. A gathering.
We didn't call them anything. It's just how we lived. Like we just all hung out together all the
We
time.
just used to call them lying to our parents.
Well, it was just a way of saying there might be alcohol involved at some point.
Because we're at the netball on the weekend, and after the netball game, Rory was having two of her friends for a sleepover. And we hadn't met the parents. And one of the parents, the dad, came over and he went, "Hey, I'm Sophia's dad." And then the other parent came over and said, "Hey, I'm Maggie's dad." And I went, "Oh, I'm Rory's dad." And then we all left, and I realised I don't know any of their names.
You just said, but you normally...
You did the same thing.
I felt like that was how we do.
No, but you're supposed to say Stav, Rory's dad.
That's what I know, but they didn't, so they can have to guess mine.
And if they all jumped off a bridge,
more information than they give you.
It's quite interesting though because I have them all in my phone.
Yeah.
And I'll put like the child's name first and write such and such as dad.
Right. Yeah.
And then put brackets their name.
That's what I used to
I try
do.
and use as much information as possible.
Yeah.
Tall, brown hair.
yeah,
Allergic to nuts.
Yes, something along those
I get
lines.
what you're saying. As they get older, you ask less questions, but then when they leave your house and your wife says to you, they say, they're at Michelle's house. Where's Michelle live? And you have to say, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You start to go, hang on a second. I need to step up again.
Although it's not the same anymore, though, because then you just look at your child's phone
Find
and
my
you do
friends,
Find My
yeah.
Friends, and you're like, actually, they're there.
Well,
Well, how do you know they are where they said they were? That's
That
the other
looks like a
problem.
random park, actually.
But even on the Sunday morning, Rory came up after they'd been up all night, as you do, the sleepovers, and Rory came up and sat on the couch, and we're like, and she was there for about half an hour, and we're like, well, is Maggie going to wake up? She went, she's gone. We went, what?
She didn't tell you.
She's left.
But are you supposed to get on breakfast?
She
That's
left.
a dad's job.
That's a dad's job.
Yeah, my dad would go on the barbecue.
Oh.
And he would
bacon.
cook, and they'd pretend that we had that every morning when it would only come
I
out.
know, right?
Because you've got to take them home with bacon and eggs and
Yeah.
yeah. Didn't do that.
Didn't even see her.
Right.
Just up and left.
So I guess the parents just wait out on the footpath too. They don't come to the front door.
And this is funny
Very
though, because
different.
you wanted this because you have like an extra, like a quarter for her sort of thing in the house where she's got her own exit and entrance
That might have been an oversight on my behalf.
Well, yeah, but you're thinking about getting a kitchen in it.
I'm thinking about putting in those door buzzers. So when
ding dong.
Like a little shop.
you know when she comes and goes.
Yeah.
I've often thought that even when they're toddlers, you should put that on their bedroom so you know. Yeah. Oh, stop. They're coming.
What?
She'll have to go out the window like we used to as teenagers.
I'll put it on the window too. There'll be a window one.
What do her friends call you? Do they call you Mr. Davidson or Stuart or
No one
Stav?
does Mr. Davidson. I know you want to go back to that old school, but no one does it.
Do you know what they call me? Rory's dad.
Yeah, they do Rory's dad.
Okay, so they go, hey,
Yeah.
so they'll go,
Rory's
hey,
dad.
Rory's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't yours do that?
No,
They'll go,
they'll
hey.
call me Matt. Yeah.
Behind your back, though?
Just imagine they
Oh,
go.
don't ask that question.
They go home to their dads and go, do you know what Rory's dad's name is? They go, no. So I guess it's just Rory's dad.
Yeah, right.
That's my name now.
Rory's dad.
I
Rory's
think you
dad.
have to start introducing yourself and go, hey, mate, I didn't get your name last time as well. I'm Stav.
Yeah, but then you run the gauntlet there. They go, our kids have been in school since prep.
Yeah.
And you still don't know my name. Yes.
Yeah.
Kelly's dad.
And whose fault is that?
Stav, Abby, and Matt.
Alpha Marks will play tomorrow, Wednesday, the 21st of May. Here are some answers.
Okay, 6 a.m. it's C. Some of your answers are crane, catalogue, and castle. 7 a.m. it's N. Some of your answers are navigate, night market, and nutmeg. And 8 a.m. it's L. And some of your answers are lifeboat, letters, and leopard print.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Stav, Abby, and Matt for breakfast. B105. Stav, Abby, and Matt are off to grab a bargain, and you can too with Chemist Warehouse. Stock up and save now with the Chemist Warehouse half price cosmetic sale.